Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. Silence period for local elections begins. Government announces public holiday on May 13. High-level committees formed to monitor election code violation. The teams have been authorized to take immediate action. Government bans sale and distribution of liquor in Kathmandu Valley. The decision to remain in force until election day. Sri Lanka issues strict at-site order. The move is aimed to quell anti-government protest. And Liverpool survives a scare in Premier League. The Reds stay in hot pursuit of league leader City. And now the news in detail. The silence period ahead of May 13 local election has started from yesterday midnight. The Election Commission has urged the political parties to halt all activities related to election campaign during the silence period. Chief Commissioner of the Election Commission, Dinesh Kumar Thapalia, said that the parties are not allowed to seek votes or conduct election campaign through social media during the silence period. During this time, the candidates will only be able to review the campaign and the voters will be allowed to get voting education and identity card. Chief Election Commissioner Thapalia has said that arrangements have been made to hold elections in all the constituencies of 753 local units. Chief Election Commissioner Thapalia also informed that the Election Commission officials or the monitoring teams have been instructed to remain watchful for 48 hours during the silence period. The Election Commission has said that the preparations for the May 13 local election is almost over. The Election Commission informed that the Election Observation Committee, Nepal, has been monitoring the situations in all 77 districts. The Election Commission said that the election campaigns this time seems to be less flashy, this time while violation of Election Code of Conduct has also remained low. However, the Commission believes that the cost of election campaigns might have gone up due to the new technologies adopted by poll candidates. Although the banners were used less during the election campaign, more vehicles were mobilized against the election code, the Commission said. According to EC officials, the poll candidates were even found using vehicles with foreign number plates and they were also found milking teeth late night, causing problems to the general public. The Commission informed that more cases of election code violation were reported in villages areas than urban settlements. The Election Commission has informed 19 high-level committees to monitor violation of Election Code of Conduct. According to the Election Commission, the committees have been delegated power to take action when and where the code is breached. The Election Commission informed that the teams will be deployed in sensitive areas. The teams are allowed to keep video record without affecting the election process. The 19 committees will monitor whether the political parties are involved in mass meetings, seminar, feast and distribution of money during the silence period or not. They will also check social media for violation of election code and take appropriate action immediately. The government has announced a public holiday on May 13, the day of local level election. The Ministry of Home Affairs issued a statement confirming public holiday on May 13. The government has decided to grant a public holiday on the election day as per the decision taken by the Council of Ministers on May 8. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 12 new cases of COVID-19 across the country. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, the number of active cases of COVID-19 has dropped to 400 after 456 people recovered from the disease so far. A total of 978,960 people have tested positive for the virus in Nepal, while 966,730 people have already recovered. No new death from the virus was reported yesterday. The death toll from the virus remains constant at 11,951. Nepal is currently among top 64 countries affected by coronavirus. USA tops the list with 83.77 million cases, followed by India with 43.11 confirmed cases. The virus has infected more than 518.34 million people worldwide and has claimed over 6.82 million lives. About half of the voters will be deprived of their right to cast votes in the local level election on May 13. According to the estimated data, more than 20% of the total population of almost 30 million or about 6 million voters are abroad. That's more than half of the total registered voters. A total of 560,000 voters, including 260,000 security personnel and 300,000 government employees deployed for the election, will be deprived of their voting rights. Constituent Assembly members and senior advocate Khimlal Devkota said that the government has not been able to provide voting rights to all citizens despite the Supreme Court's order. He said that depriving about 6.5 million voters from their voting rights in the local election is not a good sign for democracy.
कानुन संशोधन हुन नसकेको अवस्थाले गर्दाखेरि विदेशमा भएका 60 लाख मतदाताहरू त मतदानबाट वञ्चित हुने भए नै देशैभित्र मतदान प्रक्रियालाई व्यवस्थापन गर्नका निम्ति खटिएका कर्मचारी र सुरक्षाकर्मीहरू गरेर पनि लगभग 2-3 लाख मान्छेहरू चाहिँ मतदानबाट वञ्चित हुने अवस्था बनेको छ।
He said that arrangements could be made to seal the ballots cast by the voters from any polling station and deliver them to the polling station. The Supreme Court had directed that the voters living abroad should also get the right to vote in the local elections of 2079 BS. And now the news from economic front. District administration offices in all 3 districts in Kathmandu Valley have decided to ban the supply and consumption of alcoholic products in view of the May 13 local level elections. A report. Government authorities have banned the sale and distribution of alcoholic beverages in the capital ahead of the local election. Issuing separate notices on Tuesday, the district administration offices of Kathmandu Valley informed that the decision to ban liquor has come into effect from yesterday midnight and continue till May 13, the day fixed for holding the election at entire 753 local units in a single phase. Lalitpur's Chief District Officer Ghanashyam Upadhyaya confirmed that the office has issued a public notice about the prohibition of sale and intake of alcohol. Security agencies in all 6 local levels in the district have directed the subordinate security bodies to ensure the effective enforcement of the decision. According to Bhaktapur CDO Rudra Devi Sharma, violation of the order is punishable and the sale and consumption of local alcohol is prohibited near the vote counting venues until the counting gets over. She said that the issue of liquor may rise during the election period and it may jeopardize security. That's why its sale and consumption is prohibited during election. Likewise, the Kathmandu DAO said it will not allow the sale and use of alcohol from midnight today till May 13. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. Sri Lankan security forces have been ordered to shoot lawbreakers on site in a bid to quell anti-government protest on the island. Demonstrators are calling for the resignation of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa over the island's worst economic crisis in the history. On Monday, his brother Mahindra Rajapaksa stepped down as Prime Minister amid violent street clashes, but the resignation failed to bring calm and violence continued overnight. On Tuesday, the government ordered troops to open fire on anyone looting public property or causing harm to life. It also deployed tens of thousands of Army, Navy and Air Force personnel to patrol the streets of the capital, Colombo. Despite the presence, the city's top police officer was assaulted on Tuesday afternoon by a mob accusing him of not doing enough to protect peaceful protesters. At Colombo's Gallifrey Green on the seafront, crowds also continue to gather. Police say 8 people have died and the capital's main hospital says more than 200 people have been wounded since Monday. Russian President Vladimir Putin is still looking to achieve military objectives beyond eastern Ukraine after failing to capture Kyiv in the early stages of the war, the U.S. intelligence chief has said. Speaking to U.S. lawmakers on Tuesday, Avril Haines, the U.S. Director of National Intelligence, said the shifting of Russian military operations to Ukraine's Donbas region in the east is only temporary. We assess President Putin is preparing for the prolonged conflict in Ukraine, during which he still intends to achieve goals beyond the Donbas, Haines said. We assess that Putin's strategic goals have probably not changed, suggesting that regards the decision in late March to refocus Russian forces on the Donbas is only a temporary shift to regain the initiative after the Russian military's failure to capture Kyiv. Haines said U.S. intelligence has assessed that Putin wants to expand territory across the Black Sea coast, possibly to Transnistria, to break away a region of Moldova backed by Russia. Such a move should also help Russia secure water supplies to Crimea, which is captured and annexed in 2014, and potentially deny Ukraine access to the sea. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Liverpool maintained the pressure on Premier League leaders Manchester City as they survived an early scare to come from behind and win at Aston Villa. Jurgen Klopp's side suffered a shock after only 3 minutes when Douglas Luiz bundled home after Liverpool keeper Alisson failed to hold his header. Liverpool were on terms within 3 minutes when Joel Matip scored following a goal-mouth scramble, and the sides then exchanged chances before Sadio Mane put the visitors ahead with a superb angled header from Luis Diaz's cross in the 65th minute. The win means Liverpool now lies second only on goal difference before City's visit to Wolves on Wednesday. Former Liverpool striker Danny Ings wasted opportunities to equalise and inflict a blow to his old club's hope of winning a historic quadruple, although the Reds did suffer an injury setback when influential midfielder Fabinho went off in the first half with a hamstring problem that must make him doubtful for Sunday's FA Cup final against Chelsea. Manchester City have reached an agreement to sign Norway striker Erling Haaland from Borussia Dortmund. Haaland, 21, will join in July after City activated a €60 million release clause in his contract. The deal ends the club's hunt for a successor to their all-time top scorer Sergio Aguero, who joined Barcelona on a free transfer last summer. Haaland, who passed his City medical in Belgium on Monday, has scored 85 goals in 88 appearances for Dortmund since joining from Red Bull Salzburg in January 2020. La Liga giants Real Madrid and Barcelona also spoke to Haaland about the potential deal, but he opted for a move to Etihad Stadium. Speaking earlier on Tuesday, Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola said he could not discuss the incoming signings for legal reasons. Haaland's transfer will be one of the biggest of the summer, and he will score freely for City next season, according to Jurgen Klopp, manager of their Premier League title rivals Liverpool. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Silence period for local election begins. Government announces public holiday on May 13. High-level committees formed to monitor election code violation. The team have been authorized to take immediate action. Government bans sale and distribution of liquor in Kathmandu Valley. The decision to remain in force until election day. Sri Lanka issues suit at side order. The move is aimed to quell anti-government protests. And government survives a scare in Premier League. The Reds stay in hot pursuit of league leader City. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website, janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.